This might be the most hated woman in the WNBA right now. And not because she can't hoop. Angel Reese has been called a lot of things. Champion, trash talker, media magnet. But thanks to one game, one foul, and one brutal 6-minute rant from Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy, she's now being called something else, the villain. Portnoy didn't just go after her game. He called her a jackass. He said Clark fans should hate her, and he flat out dismissed real claims of racist abuse like they were just made-up Twitter rumors. All this after a routine foul and a stare down that took less than 5 seconds on the court. So now, Angel's not just fighting for respect. She's caught in a firestorm of race, rivalry, and reputation. So here's what we're unpacking today. Why are so many people, fans, media voices, even celebrities, suddenly treating Angel Reese like she's public enemy number one? Is it just about the rivalry with Caitlin Clark? Or is something much deeper going on here? Something the WNBA is only beginning to confront. Stick around, because this story has everything. Big names, big numbers, heated fouls, and even bigger questions about who gets protected in sports and who gets punished. But before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe for the real stories behind the box scores. No filters, just facts. Imagine you're standing courtside. The energy, the electric, the tension, almost visible. It's the 2025 WNBA season opener, Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever, and the eyes of nearly 3 million fans are glued to their screens. This is not just another game. It's Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, two of the most magnetic, polarizing athletes in women's sports, facing off once again. Now picture this. It's mid-third quarter. Reese has just shoved Aaliyah Boston in a scramble for a rebound. Seconds later, she goes for the putback. But then, bam! Caitlin Clark swings her arm down hard, striking Reese and sending the 6'3" forward crashing to the hardwood. The arena goes silent for just a beat. Then chaos. Reese jumps up. Her eyes are locked on Clark. She charges. Teammates rush in, bodies tangle, and in that moment, you can feel it. This rivalry has officially gone nuclear. But what if I told you? That wasn't even the most explosive part of the week. Just days later, May 22nd, Dave Portnoy, the firebrand founder of Barstool Sports, releases a video that lights a completely different fuse.
Caitlin fans have every reason to hate Angel Reese.
That's how he opens. And it only gets hotter from there. In a 6-minute rant, Portnoy calls Reese, quote, an instigator, agitator, and
jackass.
He claims she's been taunting Clark for years and that her entire identity has become defined by jealousy toward her biggest rival. And then he crosses a line many say should never be crossed. He accuses the WNBA of pushing what he calls a bullshit narrative, one involving racist abuse from fans at the game in Indiana. Abuse allegedly directed toward Angel Reese. Now stop for a second, because this is where things start to twist. According to multiple reports, including CNN, fans at Gainbridge Fieldhouse hurled racist slurs at Reese during the game. The WNBA immediately launched an investigation, stating publicly, racism, hate, and discrimination have no place in our league or in society. The Chicago Sky backed their star forward completely. So did Reese's head coach, Tyler Marsh. She's handled it great, Marsh said. For her, it's about basketball, and we're certainly there for her. And Angel, she stayed composed. There's no place in this league for that, she said. I've gone through so many things these last few years, but just having this support and this love, it means everything. But here's what Portnoy said in response to the league's statement. Unless something happened, which I know it didn't, it's Bulls tea. You're painting Fever fans as something they're not. So now the question becomes, who's being heard and who's being silenced? To understand this powder keg, we need to go back to 2023, when LSU defeated Iowa in the NCAA National Championship. That was the game where Angel Reese went viral for her now iconic "you can't see me" gesture toward Clark. Some called it unsportsmanlike. Others saw it as swagger, as power. Clark herself? She took the high road, saying, "Angel is a tremendous player. I have nothing but respect for her." She even told ESPN, "I don't think Angel should be criticized at all." But public opinion didn't align. Reese was painted as the villain, and the noise? It hasn't stopped since. Fast forward to today, and that narrative, the bad girl label, has followed her into the pros, into every gym, every social feed, every headline. And Portnoy? He's now become the mouthpiece for that hostility. Ironically, this rivalry has done more for women's basketball than any marketing campaign ever could. Just ask WNBA legend Lisa Leslie. She recently said, "When you look at what happened with Angel and Caitlin in college, it was like the explosion we needed." Leslie praised the duo for taking the game to the next level, crediting their fire, their passion, and yes, even their drama. The opening day matchup drew 2.7 million viewers on ESPN, the highest viewership ever for a regular season WNBA game. That's not just a number. That's a shift in culture. And yet, as the game grows, so does the backlash. Inside the Chicago Sky locker room, the cost of fame is becoming clear. Rachel Bannum, Sky guard, revealed this chilling strategy. "Before the season started, we told each other, don't look at your mentions after games, don't read the comments, just don't." Why? Because the hate isn't just about basketball anymore. Last season, players like Dana Evans and Isabel Harrison spoke out about receiving death threats, not from rival fans, but from their own. Harrison put it bluntly, "It came with unprovoked hate." That kind of hate doesn't disappear when the buzzer sounds. It lingers. The WNBA recently launched its No Space for Hate campaign. It promises AI-powered tools to monitor social media and protect players. But when Bannum was asked about it, she said she'd never heard of the tool. That raises a sharp question. Is the league really protecting its athletes, or just releasing statements to quiet the storm? Angel Reese, one of the most targeted players in the league, is left relying on team meetings and PR buffers. At a recent media appearance, a Sky staffer even shut down follow-up questions about the hate speech allegations. So, while the league grows in popularity, are the players being left behind? And then there's Matt Barnes, the former NBA forward, who knows a thing or two about heated rivalries, chimed in on his podcast, All the Smoke.
"I don't give a shit if they like each other or not. Who cares?" I think what has grown this game is the storyline and the rivalry that started back in college.
He supports it, calls it good for the game. And you know what? Maybe he's right, to a point. Sports thrive on stories, conflict, grit. But here's where it gets murky. When does the rivalry turn from competitive fire to dangerous fuel? When fans start crossing lines. When media figures weaponize personal attacks. When the hate becomes louder than the game. Is that still just part of the sport? The Chicago Sky are struggling on the court. They shot just 60 points against Indiana and missed 21 three-point attempts. Reese led the effort with 12 points and 17 rebounds, another monster stat line. But none of that matters if her name keeps trending for all the wrong reasons. And that's the heart of this tension. Reese is still breaking records, fastest player in WNBA history, to reach 450 points and 450 rebounds. Yet the focus remains on whether or not she should be liked. So ask yourself, why are so many people comfortable with her being hated? Is it really about what happens on the court, or something deeper? That's the story unfolding now, and it's far from over. Let's be real. Angel Reese isn't just a player anymore. She's a symbol, a lightning rod. Whether she asked for it or not, she's now the face of a bigger conversation that goes way beyond rebounds and rivalries. Here's the twist people aren't talking about. The real drama isn't Reese vs. Clark. It's the way the system responds to them. When Caitlin Clark gets shoved, the outrage is instant. National headlines, full-blown think pieces. But when Reese speaks up about racist fan abuse, suddenly, it's prove it or stop complaining. And when a guy like Dave Portnoy casually brushes off those claims as fake, that tells you exactly who some people choose to believe and who they refuse to hear. It's not just unfair, it's a mirror. And what it's reflecting is uncomfortable. Because while the WNBA is finally blowing up, record viewership, sold-out arenas, and viral moments, the league is now facing a new kind of pressure. Can it grow and still protect its players? Or will it cash in on controversy while letting players like Reese take all the heat? Angel Reese didn't make this rivalry toxic, but she's the one being buried under the fallout, and somehow, through it all, she's still dominating boards, facing cameras, and carrying her team. So love her or hate her, you can't ignore her. If the WNBA is going to build a future on stars like Angel Reese, it better learn to protect them just as hard as it promotes them. So what do y'all think? Is Angel Reese really the villain everyone's making her out to be? Or is she just catching heat for something way bigger than basketball? Do you think the racist abuse claims got brushed under the rug? Or is the league doing enough to protect players? And speaking of the rivalry, who's winning the court battle and the public opinion war here? Angel or Caitlin? Also, how much of this whole drama do you think is just fans and media hyping things up? And how much is real tension? Finally, do you believe the WNBA's No Space for Hate campaign is actually working or just a PR move? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear all sides on this one. And hey, if you're here for the raw truth behind the headlines, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives like this.